Good afternoon, girls. I hope you've had a lovely first day back for the summer term. I hope you enjoyed meeting your form tutor this morning and having your register taken and meeting your subject teachers again. And if you're anything like me, you've spent most of the day in front of a screen. So it's really important that you have a bit of time just to relax and de-stress and stretch out those muscles. And I promise you, if you do this, you will have a much more positive evening. You don't need anything special at all. However, you might want to have a mat or a towel, or you could get a blanket or even just a rug. If you don't have any of those things, that's also okay. Just your carpet or your floor is also absolutely fine. You don't need any special blocks. You could be wearing something comfortable, but really you can just wear whatever you're wearing that you've been working in today. The one thing I am going to say to you though is if you're sitting up at your desk or if you're in your bed, can you move away and find floor space inside or outside? I've chosen to do this outside today, but you can do it wherever you want. Okay, so you might want to put me on pause for a minute so that you can get yourself ready. And let's all meet together, sitting down, cross-legged. You can either have your feet like this, or you might want to shimmy your feet away from each other. If that's not comfortable, you can just sit up on your knees. And when you're ready, bring your hands just resting on your lap, on your knees. And if it feels appropriate, you might want to close your eyes. But if that doesn't work, then you can keep your eyes open. And we're going to begin with our first stretch, and we're going to gently, on an inhale, bring our shoulders up to our ears, and on an exhale, just let them go. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release. And again, inhale. Exhale. Last time. Fantastic. So this is really easy. Everyone can do this. It doesn't matter what your fitness level is like. It doesn't matter how sporty you feel that you are. All of these stretches are going to be really, really easy. So let's move into our second stretch. This one is also for our neck and our shoulders, and this one gets really juicy. So take your right hand and gently put it on your head just above your left ear. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to gently pull your head over to the right, so your right ear is coming down towards your shoulder. And you should be feeling a really nice stretch now along your neck, into your shoulder, even going down your side. So you may want to stay here, or for some of you, if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you're going to take your left hand, you're going to put it behind your back, and with your palm facing outwards, you're going to bring it up in between your shoulder blades so that your left shoulder really starts to open. Okay, lovely. So just take a few breaths here. You may want to close your eyes again, or just keep your eyes open. Lovely. So now you're going to release. So take your arms and push them out as wide as possible. Stretch your fingertips, and let's go to the other side. So take your left hand, put it just by your right ear, and just gently stretch your left ear down to your left shoulder. And remember, there should be no pain at any point. So if you feel any pain, back off. Move out of the stretch. If you're ready to go a bit deeper, take your right hand, put it behind your back, palm facing outwards. Oh, now for me, this is my juicy side. I'm right-handed, so for me, my shoulder is really feeling this. It's not painful, it just feels really nice and stretchy. A few more breaths. Amazing. So now release, push your hands away. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we've stretched out our neck, we've stretched out our shoulders, we're going to stretch out to the rest of our body. So you're going to move to a standing position. Now, you've got 2 choices. You can just pick yourself up and come and stand up. Or if you want to stretch out your back, now this is not very elegant or graceful girls, so please don't judge me for this, but no one's going to be judging you because they're not going to be watching you. You can rock into a standing position, so let's give it a go. So you can just gently rock yourself back, have a go again, and then maybe on the third time, bring yourself to stand, like that. Okay, so standing with your legs hip width apart, and you are going to now bend from your waist, and you're going to bend yourself forward. Okay, so you're going to be like a ragdoll. So take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, bend yourself forward. And if you can, try to touch the ground, but it might not be possible. Some of you might just touch your legs. Some of you might have to touch your knees. Just bend where you can. Good. And now with your head, you want to make your head really heavy. So at the moment, my head is still quite tense, so I'm not relaxed. So I want to drop my head down, make it nice and long. And then grab opposite elbows, and you're going to take a few breaths here. Some of you might want to bend your knees. That might feel more comfortable. And make your neck really long. And breathe in and breathe out. Good, and your next inhale, you're going to really gently roll yourself up. So really slowly, your head will come up last, stretching out your spine, bringing some movement and shoulders back. Great, and take yourself back down to your mat or your towel. So, final twist for our body today, and this one is going to kind of twist your hips and twist your upper body. So what you want to do is you want to bring your right leg on top of your left leg. So one of the easiest things to do here is to push your left leg underneath you and bring your right leg on top, and you kind of want to sandwich your knees together. And the idea is that you want both feet to be in a line. You don't want one foot out here and one foot there, because then that means that you're a little bit off balance. So you want to try to get both feet, if possible, into a line. But just do your best. It doesn't matter if they're not quite in a line. Now already you should start to feel it here in your hips. So that's quite juicy there for me. And people say that we hold a lot of tension and stress in our hips. So this is a really great pose just to release any of that tension and stress and let all of those quadratic equations and Shakespearean quotes that you've been learning, all of those things that you've been learning, let them all go now. They don't matter anymore. Right now, here you are stretching out your body after a long day. So this might be all that you need. You might not need any more because it might feel quite juicy, but if you want to go a little bit further and stretch out a little bit more, take your take your left hand and put it on top of your right leg, and your right hand you're going to put behind you, and you're going to do a lovely twist. You're going to twist around, breathing as you do. And really feel that spine wringing out. Beautiful. And then come back. Let's do it on the other side. So take your legs, you might have to pick them up, and bring your left leg on top of your right. Take a few minutes to scooch around, get yourself ready. Now for me, this is my tighter side. I feel it really in my left hip here. So I'm going to try to get my legs in as much alignment as possible. So that might be enough. You might not need to do anything more. But if you want to go a little bit further, you're going to get your right hand, put it here on your leg, and get your left hand, bring it behind you, and give yourself a nice twist. Really stretching out that spine, bringing some movement to the whole upper body. And don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. So finally, bring yourself back to where you started. So maybe you were kneeling, maybe you were sitting cross-legged, or maybe you can get your knees a little bit closer to the ground, wherever you are. And bring your hands into prayer at your heart center. Bring your hands up to your forehead, in the middle of your forehead, to reflect the lovely thoughts that you're going to have for the rest of the day. Bring your hands to your lips to reflect the lovely thoughts and words that you are going to say for the rest of the day. And finally, bring your hands back to heart center to reflect the beautiful love you are going to show yourself and others for the rest of the day.